Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building. And Angela Yee's boo-boo! Mr. August Alsina.
Here we go.
I knew that was going.
I seen the Instagram.
Yeah, I knew that was coming.
I seen it spread.
Well, listen, let's be clear. You know, last time August was up here, he said he doesn't eat.
Why we gotta kick off the
No,
interview
he
with
started
that?
it.
Why?
I had to bring that up, you know?
What about it?
I'm just
Listen,
saying that
I
a
don't
man is never
understand.
going to be great in bed if he doesn't do that.
Jesus Christ. What I don't understand is why it's such a big deal. And I don't even respond to people on Twitter, bro, but it's become a big deal to a lot of women that I said, I ain't eating your
Right.
It's vagina. You can't say the P word.
JJ.
There you go.
I'm not.
I had some women from New Orleans, Houston, and Atlanta tell me that you've done it to them, though.
They lied to you.
No, I'm kidding.
Of course. and it ain't even like like I said to Charlamagne last time before. It ain't like I've never ate the box.
Okay.
It's
Let's clear that up.
The problem with the world is is going around eating random box.
Oh man.
Okay,
so
so
you're
that's
just
a
saying you're
different
not gonna
view.
eat random box.
No.
Who eats random box?
A lot of these people.
A lot of these people.
A lot. That's the trend today. It seemed like.
Some guys just enjoy doing that. That's all.
Yeah, and I get it, and you know.
I get it.
I get it, but.
All right, well, congratulations to you, August. I have to say the album is in stores today.
Mm-hmm.
That's right, Testimony, and we actually and Envy's talking about our testimony that we did at your listening party.
Yes.
I got into a lot of trouble for that because a lot of females were very mad at me, even though it was just jokes. A lot of people were very upset.
Well, what did you do? Tell the people what you said. Do we have audio? We don't have audio. Okay, so tell the people what you said, Yee, so they understand.
I said I love August Alsina, and then I said
you said I love you. I said how much you love me, and you said what? I love you so much that I'm awake.
This is getting sexy. My nipples getting hard. Go ahead, keep going. Go ahead, keep going.
And what was your response?
I said until you eat some, yeah.
Right.
That's it. That might never, you know. But
It didn't sound like that. It was more sexy on Instagram.
Yeah,
it
you
was
say
like,
it. Say
I'm
it,
gonna wait, and then he said, "Wait for what?" He says, "I'm gonna wait till you start."
Now, there's
eating.
also some creepy things.
You just cut me off, huh? Go ahead.
Yeah, and we're done with you. Now, there's also some creepy things that happen with August because our boy Donnell Rawlings, Ashley Larry, is the biggest.
Oh yeah,
fan
he
of
came
yours.
through to the
He flew
listening.
in just to come to your listening.
He's a huge fan.
Yes.
Yeah,
flew here?
Yeah.
And he sends me pictures all the time.
Hey, I remember him telling me, "Oh yeah, you know, I was just round the way, so I had to stop through."
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. He actually called me. He found out you were coming up here, and he asked me if you could change the date of your show. I said he can't change the date of his show, so you can make it.
Well, let's play it because he called recently. You got the audio?
Yeah, let's play it, Donnell. Donnell Rawlings is on the line. What's up, Donnell?
What up, Donnell? Why you calling, man?
You know why it's called. It's like the biggest week in my life, son. I understand that my man's supposed to come up to the studio today.
Your man? Oh, man, listen. Okay, so yes, August Alsina is coming here today. Now, he specifically asked me not to tell you.
Nah, I mean, you can't have all over the internet, y'all, all over the airwaves. And I just want to get an advance copy. I want to make my testimony. This album is going to go triple platinum. I want to be on a remix. I want to be a part of something on his album.
No, stop.
What is wrong with you, man?
First of all, the album's out now, so you can't get an
listen,
advance copy.
I got all his albums, all right? Let's be clear.
It's his first album.
This is his first album.
I'm talking about the mixtape album. The album was in the studio before people started getting on the job, before it really went down.
Now there was a creepy situation. Donnell popped up at August's album listening party.
I didn't pop up. I was invited. Nobody pop up. I got a VIP invitation. Even though I was a president, I still had a VIP invitation.
The truth of the matter is, Donnell, it was a courtesy invite. We invited you because we knew you don't live here. You weren't in town, and you actually flew in for the listening session and came straight from the airport.
I flew in there because I had some beef with some dudes in Brooklyn, and I said while the beef was going on, I was going to stop and go to the album release party. But I do love all his music.
All right, what's your favorite song by August? I'm gonna tell him for you.
Nobody knows what I go through. But you can put yourself inside my shoes.
Hey, at least you know the words. He definitely knows.
This is creepy.
They don't understand the life I chose.
All right.
Okay, and Donnell actually had the nerve to ask me to ask August to push his show back at SOB so that he could attend.
If you realize that you're about that life, nothing is going to get you more inspired to hearing this. Nobody knows.
All right, cut
All right,
that
that's
out.
enough, Donnell. All right, Donnell. Have a
Did that creep you out, August?
I don't.
don't know.
Not even a little bit.
This is going to embarrass Donnell so much,
Listen.
but he actually sent me screenshot
Oh my goodness.
that you were following him.
I did follow him. I did. I followed
He
him.
sent me a screenshot like, son, August is following me.
Look, I'm gonna tell you what's special is outside of all the craziness, for me to be able to connect to people like that, that's cool.
That's dope. Okay.
Yeah.
A little creepy though.
Well,
A
no,
little
but I'm
creepy with
on
it.
some real. He did say that he relates to your music so much. He feels like it's so real, and he feels like anybody that has gone through anything in life should be able to relate to your music.
Love.
So he really does. He really is the biggest fan, and I just had to
I rock with home.
let you know it's too much. And then he put a picture of me and you, and he cropped me out of the picture.
All right. All right about
Wait, let me
Donnell.
show you.
Oh, 'cause I was
Look.
thinking. He did for
Cropped me
real?
out of the picture.
He did for real?
Yeah.
Oh, this guy's creepy.
And I said, you cut me out. He said, I see you all the time. Let me live.
All right. Now let's talk about this album.
So but let's talk about the craziest fans that you've had, because this is your first album. You've had out mixtape projects.
That has to be it.
No, Donnell can't be the craziest. You've had to have had crazier things happen, because I see it all the time. On
Oh,
Twitter.
now look, I just was talking to K. Michelle yesterday. It's the funniest thing. Just like he cropped that out, a chick sent the picture and was like me and Bae, and it's actually an old picture that me and K. Michelle took a long time ago, and she took her fit. Look, she took. Check this out.
She cropped
Oh,
it.
that's funny.
She photoshopped her face.
Right. So it's getting, I mean, that's just the beginning for me, and it just get funnier every day. But at the same time, it's a little dangerous. Because girls is aggressive,
Right.
they get real.
I might get killed.
They get, and it get real.
Yeah.
And especially, I guess, with the type of people that I attract, a few people, like, they was going to cut Angela.
Yeah.
They was going to cut
Yeah,
you. And
they mad at me.
they still might cut
Still
you.
might.
But man, I think the craziest thing, I was on tour, and this chick, man, she broke into my hotel room, and I just thought that wasn't cool at all.
Yeah, but that's never cool.
How'd
When
she
someone
look,
breaks
though?
into your room.
I mean, it's still.
If she was good looking.
She ain't look that good, because it definitely wasn't cool. She
Now
didn't
let's
look
say
that
she
good.
was fly. That might be kind of sexy.
Nah, because even when I tell you that, you're not supposed to be here, sweetheart, and you tell me, no, it's okay. I'm supposed to be here. Like, no, you're not.
It sounds like fate to me.
Nah.
Sound like rape. That's what,
Believe
that's what
it.
she gonna yell, rape later on.
She could have killed me, anything, because I was really about to go to sleep, and she was knocking. Never let her in, and I guess she told security that I'm a man.
Wow.
And she was like,
Security fell for that?
my man, he works so hard. He just, he's probably really sleeping. And I just left out, and, you can let me in. And they
That's
let
pretty
her in.
slick for everybody out there that wants to get into someone's room, that something like that can work. Now, what did you say to her? How did you get her out?
Man, it wasn't good. It
You gotta
wasn't.
put the lock on the door,
It
man. You
wa-
don't put the swing on the door. The little
Nah,
swing thing?
man, I don't.
Now you better start.
Believe that. Now I will. But I shouldn't have to worry about nobody breaking into my hotel room
You should have ate
anyway.
her box. That would have been awesome.
You-
You
I
made
should-
her night. Now, that's a true appreciation for a fan.
Yeah, all right.
Did what?
Somebody that goes through all of that, she deserves.
You have all types of pimples on
Deserve
your lip if you
what?
did that.
She deserved what?
She deserves some oral sex from.
What we talking about? Next. The album.
The album is in
Believe
stores
that.
right now. How does it feel to get your first album out there?
It's cool, man. It's a blessing. That's the only real word that I could think of. Like, I would have never thought this time would be here so soon. It's because a lot of people, man, a lot of artists never, ever, ever really get to put out an album.
Right.
Especially like with new artists, you never get the opportunity to put out an album. It's just a bunch of singles. So it's cool to have, a squad that believe in what I'm doing, and to be able to actually do it my way. You know what I'm saying? And not conform, and kind of, I mean, it's my lifestyle. It's my life. And
Right.
it's dropping, April 15th. And that's my brother's birthday. So happy birthday and rest in peace to my brother. So it's, cool to actually be able to bring it all the way back around.
Now, what happened with you and Trey Songz? We heard him on the I Love This Ish remix, and you were on the road with him. And then all of a sudden, I think you did an interview, and you was just like, Trey is fake, and it just, we don't know where it came from.
Yeah, it's where it came from. From being fake.
So what happened? You guys were cool. I thought you guys were.
I mean, it don't even matter what happened. It's just like, I'll say this: when you come into the game and you start to meet people, of course you have a certain respect for him. And Charlamagne he not here, but I heard him say something about maybe I thought I was supposed to be getting more money or something than Trey Songz in one of your interviews.
Yeah,
He deserves Donkey of the Day for that because that's foolish. I'm a real nigga and I understand the way that this go. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand my place and I know my position and where I'm at and I know where I'm going to. But like I said, it's about, you know, when you click up with and it get deeper than music and like me and you, we friends. I consider us friends. So I hold you to a certain standard. And then once I see some fake shit in you, it's like, man.
Well, Charlamagne told us that he heard that you were rude to Trey's band and he got mad at you and checked you on it. That's what he said.
That's what Charlamagne said? Let's talk about the next time Charlamagne up here. Because I don't want to speak on what that man got to say, and he ain't here for him, you know, for him to defend himself.
All right,
Yeah.
well, now let's talk more about you and everything you went through now.
But hold on, but it wasn't about money. I just want to say it wasn't about the money.
Of course not, man. This is getting way too much money for it to be about money.
Gotcha.
And you respect him anyway, you know, prior to that. You understood you were...
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
And I'm sure at some point, I do feel like y'all will work it out because from what I heard...
Let me tell you something, and it really ain't as big of a deal as people made it. I made the comment, which in another part wasn't in the interview. You know how these people do.
Absolutely.
I made the comment because they kept asking me about him. And me, I can't, if it's in my heart, I got to say it.
Right.
And if that ain't what it is, like, I can't let you go on and, like, I'd be fake if I just let you say, oh, yeah, y'all buddy, and I know that ain't what it is.
Right.
So the comment was not to start a quote-unquote beef because that's what they're saying, and niggas don't want beef with me because I really, like, do the street shit. So, but it was to say, look, man, don't ask me about this no more, period.
Just leave it alone.
Like, that's all.
You hear this, Envy?
What? I was asking.
So shut up and
You
stop
shut
asking
up.
the question.
We don't want to talk about the box either, Yee.
He likes that.
Well, he ain't eating it.
I don't know if but now he did say that he never said he doesn't do it. He just doesn't do it randomly. That's all. That's a whole different story.
This is true.
Okay, now let's talk about your nieces because we see you all the time, and those are your brother who passed away. His daughters that you actually are with all the time and take care of. People are always like, "Oh, I think August has kids," but those are your brother's nieces.
I don't have kids,
right?
At all. I don't, and I guess people think that I'm lying and trying to cover it up because I heard that before. Like, they look just like him. Well,
it's his brother's kids.
My brother and I look just alike. So, nah, that's my nieces, and I just brought them to the A, so they out there with me and. You know, just trying to, I know what it's like to come up without a pops.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And no male figure, no father figure. So I'm just trying to do the best that I can in any way possible to do what I can for him. And it's a struggle. I ain't gonna lie. Because I'm young, man, and I don't have all the answers. Like, I'm out here trying to find my own way every day. You know what I'm saying? Going down paths that a lot of people... nobody ain't showing me the way. I'm just out here and I'm going. And if it work, it work. And if it don't, it don't. You got to keep going.
For people that don't know, what happened with your brother?
My brother got killed 3 years ago in New Orleans. And, you know, in New Orleans, died. I mean, he said that, you know, before he died, he was like, man, in New Orleans, we don't live to see 25. And that's exactly what it is. And
you yourself had left New Orleans, went to Houston, and then you came back?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Why did
what made you just move back because you just wanted to be back home, or?
Well, and move back to New Orleans? Nah, just a whole, my home situation and just me making the decision like, man, I'm going to go get it on my own. And it was a situation at my crib where it was like, I'll be homeless before I deal with this. And my mama, it was so much going on. My step-pops got a drug problem, all that. And my mama ended up putting me out. My best friend had got killed around that time, and, like, it was just so much going on. I was losing my mind, and I just ended up back in New Orleans.
And at that time, this is when you were in high school.
Yep.
All this was happening. So you actually had to drop out of high school.
Yep.
Go back to New Orleans.
Yeah.
And then you did get your GED, or you just
I got my diploma.
Oh, you got your diploma.
Yeah, we did it online. My friend, she was a teacher named Amy. Well, she still is a teacher. She teach at Carr in New Orleans, and she helped me get my diploma. She always looked out for me. You know what I'm saying? So
that's good. So what's your situation like with your mom now? Is she happy for you? Are you guys good?
It's me and my mama. We in a weird place right now. And it's of course I love my mama to death. You know what I'm saying? That's my mama. I wouldn't be here without my mama. But certain situations, I think sometimes you just gotta walk away from a little bit, and that's what it was, because my step pops, man, I can't with it.
Right.
And it's like, mama, if you gonna deal with that, you deal with that, and then you come holler at me whenever you wanna holler at me. It's love at all times. But yeah, we cool, but it just
Now, what about your family? Does your family call you a lot now that you're successful, you're making money, the show money's starting to come in?
I tell you what's funny. I honestly, man, I never, and a lot of people, they probably gonna take this the wrong way, but you know how sometimes people are closer to you than you are to them. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what it is. And because I'm so open and willing to just have a conversation, I think it lead people to believe, like, that they're actually closer than what it is. And me, in my heart, man, I just always been on my own. Like, I ain't never had that relationship with nobody that we was that cool. And of course, your family feel like you family, whatever that means,
right.
And you should take care of
It's understood that we're family, so therefore we have a very close bond.
Not at all, but that's not true. Like, at the end of the day, people say family all you got, but family can be destruction to you too. So, and I always been like the person, I never had too many friends. And I've never, because I think it's because I was bouncing around so much, so everything was kind of momentary. And I don't really know how to make friends. So I've got into the habit of that. Like, I don't know how to, I just don't know how to do it no more. So it's like I don't do it, and I've gotten to a place where it's like I don't have a choice but to be cool with it, although I don't like it because I kind of feel like I'm robbed, especially where I'm at in my life right now. Like, in a new position, new success, it's hard, man. Like,
so who do you talk to? Or who do you look to? Like, who is the closest person to you?
It was my brother. And now it's like, I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out, Right. Because I have no idea.
And that is a tough time because you don't know if people are there for the right reason.
If they're there for the money, if they're there for the success.
Everybody got intentions and motives, and I really just don't have the patience to try to figure it out. And it's real nerve-wracking because people will make it seem one way, like, that like they really just want to be cool. They don't want nothing from you. But
until they want something.
At the end of the day, they always need something.
Until they want something. So I'm just by myself, really, man. Usually, all the time, just by myself. That's pretty boring too, but I'm usually by myself. With my dog out there, but it's very, very few people that you actually see me rocking with. And if you ever see me with too many people, you know that he's pretty much out of his element right now.
Like, in the industry, I think, August, I've seen it seemed like you cool with Lloyd, because we see you hang out with Lloyd a bit, but like maybe Fast or Fab came out to show you support. Y'all did a remix together, which is interesting to do that because the mixtape was out a while ago, and then you have a new album.
The way of music is right now is that you gotta keep feeding people, because if you don't, it's so easy for them to go elsewhere. You know what I'm saying? You gotta keep feeding people and gotta keep their attention. And a lot of times with a lot of artists, people feel like, man, I don't want to give no free music out because it's like I worked too hard for this. But like, even with my album, I did a stream of it, and so many people thought that it leaked. But it was streaming, and
I want you
can
to listen to it.
Know what you're getting, like know what you're paying for, and I don't have a problem with that.
Do you think you're too real for the industry? And when I say that, I mean, you talk about street and industry, and there's industry friends and people that are, like you said, are there because of industry stuff. But do you think sometimes your street mentality f's up the industry mentality?
And it definitely get in the way. And like I said, man, I'm a youngin' and I'm trying to grow, and I'm very aware that I'm growing. I mean, sometimes I get caught up, like you know. But I tell you one thing: nobody's ever gonna rob me of my honesty. And I don't care if that hurts your feelings or not. This is how I feel, and I'm gonna speak on it. Like I was saying the other day that some people probably don't even know me for like they probably know me for one song. Other people know me as a quote unquote troublemaker, and because of my big mouth. I'm aware. I got a big mouth, and I'm gonna speak on it because I speak from my heart and I speak the truth. And if you got a problem with that, that's just on you. But as far as like too real for the industry, they definitely have some dudes who it ain't for everybody.
Right.
And I think more than real, more than the word real, it's more so of probably too ignorant for the industry. And I mean,
I would say maybe just not media trained to say the right thing.
No, it's not media trained.
That is media training though,
because
the label doesn't tell you. Can you not? You know, you shouldn't say that.
He shouldn't have to.
That.
You know, he shouldn't have to curb himself. Bro.
Nah.
But I'm just saying, like, you know, you put certain people on certain standards, but you know, certain people's standards are industry, so they gonna be fake.
Some people are just very trained,
and that's the problem that with this. So many people are so used to everybody being fake. When it actually come through and say what's real, then it's like, oh no, I thought we was being real. Everybody always screaming, oh, I'm a real from the hood, I do this. But then when somebody actually come through and say what's real, now it's like, oh, he trouble.
Yep.
Nah. And
well, I think it's all very consistent, your personality with your music, because you can't put out an album like Testimony that is all very personal and intimate, and then do interviews where you're not being real. I definitely believe in always being a day one person. If I see you 10 years down the line from now, I really expect you to be. I mean, of course you grow. Of course, that's what life is about. You grow, but I expect you to be the same person that I met. Right.
Of course, like, you know, some things change. You get a little more money, whatever.
People treat you different, though, when you get a little more money. They treat you a little better.
Of course. Listen, I just got my first roll-in. When I walk on the elevator, they don't mind talking to me and having a real conversation with me now. So, I mean, you know. But nah, I definitely don't think it's like either I'm going to change the world or the world going to change me. And that's that.
Now, how was the tour with 2 Chainz and Pusha T?
Dope. That was my first real, like, you know, tour experience, real tour bus. Because I was on tour before, like, at the very, very beginning. And this is still the beginning, but, like, way before anything. I was on tour with Kelly Rowland. And got to, you know, just kind of get in the groove of it. But to actually be on tour and you one of the main people and you see the people actually coming out to rock with you. Right. That's dope. That is dope. Yeah.
What happened with Rich Homie Quan? Because that was in the paper. Something you and Rich Homie Quan got into an argument. Was there a fight or something?
It was a little light, See, and that's what I'm saying, man. It's nothing. Like, I'm a
fighting
good
is something. It's
man.
not just nothing.
This is the worst thing. Right. I'm a good guy. I'm a great guy. And the worst thing is trying to prove to people that you like, I ain't on that. It's just that sometimes you be tripping and you gotta kind of like get in line. You know what I'm saying? So but I seen Quan. I just was here for a couple weeks ago. I seen Quan and I was eating and he actually came holler at me and was like, man, it ain't none of that. Like, I rock with you. You know what I'm saying? What it was is somebody on his squad, and it just happened by default because, you know, he was there. But love to Quan, man.
But y'all squad said everything is all right now.
We cool, man. I ain't here to start no madness with these people. But I would tell you one thing: is either we gonna coexist or I'm gonna conquer. So what you wanna do?
This guy. So what about you? Your own tour?
Yeah, we gonna do that. We gonna, and I tell you the truth. People with Instagram and social media and all of that, if you get on there and you actually read the comments and all that, it's either two things. You get caught up into the hype and you begin to think that you're way more popping than you really are, or you'll let them bring you down. So I'm always cautious, like with my movements, and I'm always on my management, like, bro, I'm not doing that venue. Y'all tripping. But I definitely see growth now, and I see the people rocking with me, and I was like, man, if I do a tour and don't come see me, I'm gonna be so embarrassed. But
no, you just put together the right whole squad.
No, yeah, the people ready.
Promote it well.
They ready. Yeah. They ready. So we gonna do it. We just gonna bring the band out and like we gonna rock.
I think that's a great idea.
Absolutely.
So testimony tour is on the way.
Me and Nikki were in here. We were looking at a picture. No, I'm not even gonna bring it up.
What picture?
It's something you had posted on Instagram and took down.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You tell me. Right. Since we being real, go ahead.
I said, you see this picture of August? He's in his boxes. He's grabbing his stuff, and just so everybody can see the print and all of that.
Nah, man, it wasn't about that.
This is awful. Oh my goodness.
Man, I had actually.
You lost a bet.
Yep.
What exactly was
I think
the bet?
it was a football game. Actually.
It was the Saints.
Yeah, it was a game. And
damn, you know the whole information.
No, but I'm just wondering what. So the bet was.
She know more than I know.
You got a screenshot.
So the bet was what? If you lose, you had to.
If I lose, I had to do that. Like show the. And I think I told her like something about giving me some head for about 2 or 3 hours. Something crazy.
Oh man, and you lost, and that's all you had to do was post a picture.
Yeah, that's it.
She should have made you. Never mind.
What? Listen, I'm a real. I ain't doing that. Like you ain't gonna catch me.
It always comes back to this.
Nah, you ain't gonna catch. Ain't no reason for me to put my out to the world, man. Nobody wants to see that.
Oh, right.
You need to pop some of that bad.
We have this champagne here for you to celebrate your album, In Stores, feature-length album. Congratulations to our guy August Alsina. We're very happy for you.
Ain't this Rose? Yeah, Rose on the album too. Shout out to MMG and Meek and Wale and all them my partners, man. I rock with.
See, he likes people. There's people he's cool with.
But I tell you, that's been a big problem for me because I really, if I could be honest, I really don't like people.
We could tell. We see that.
But I don't get that from you. You say that, but you don't seem like that. Like when I see you out and about, you seem very cool, very social, whatever.
It's because, man, I told you, I'm trying to grow. You're
trying to do this social.
I'm trying, and it's probably not even that I don't like them. I don't know how to do it because I would rather. I'm not much of a like talker unless you talking to me and you asking me. And a lot of people think, like you said, you don't get that from me. But a lot of people think I'm rude. A lot of people think I'm an ass. A lot of people think I'm mean. A lot of people think I'm arrogant. You think I'm arrogant because I come into the room and I don't say nothing? Yeah. It's like, what's up? And that's it. What we talking for?
I got that for a long time, too. But, you know.
Well, Envy, you are arrogant.
I am. No, you know what it is? I just don't speak to people. I say what up and I keep it moving.
What else do we have to talk about?
Exactly.
Like, we wasting each other time, oxygen, energy, everything. Like, what we talking about?
But so you're saying no small talk. Now, August, if you come in the room and there's a bunch of people, yes, you say hi. These are people that potentially are so excited to meet you. So it's a first impression.
But see, that's different.
That's the fake part of the industry. You see?
That's not about
they
being
want
fake,
you to
though.
Yeah, because he don't want to have a conversation. He's not. These are people that's him.
I'm coming. Okay, you want to meet me? Cool. I'm here because I'm aware of that. And
you don't
cool.
want me to be intimidated to say.
You're not intimidated. We just don't have too much to say. I feel like, man, I give so much of myself in my music that I shouldn't have to sit and have this whole full-blown conversation.
Not a whole full-blown conversation, but then people that support you, buy your music, hear it, then they have an expectation like, man, they feel like they know you.
And that's the problem. Because so many people have expectations. Is now I'm rude because I don't meet your expectations, which is take a picture with me when I want you to take a picture. Stop everything you doing. I don't give a damn if you talking to Jesus. Stop what you doing and do what I want you to do. No, that's not the way life works, man. No. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Well, the album's in stores right now.
Believe that.
Testimony.
Make sure you go get it.
At least I know I'm not the only one.
No, it happens. They call me all types of names.
Envy is a jerk.
I say jerk and all that. Yeah. It's all right. We'll count the dollars all the way to the bank.
What's Charlemagne? What is
He's in L.A. He was at the MTV movie.
No. I said, what is he? If he's a jerk in that, what is Charlemagne?
Thirsty.
Shout out to Charlamagne. I miss you, man. I want you here on the show.
There you have
Y'all
it.
tell Charlamagne I miss him.
There you have it. Well, keep it locked. You know what it is. It's the Breakfast Club, Mr. August Alsina.
Yeah.